The uncomfortable truth about financial freedom. 1. The system works best when you have to work. There's an uncomfortable truth most people rarely stop to think about. The system works best when you have to work, not when you're financially independent, not when you can walk away, not when your investments quietly cover your basic living costs. The modern American economy runs on participation. It runs on people needing their paycheck every 2 weeks. And the moment you no longer need that paycheck, everything changes. That's the real definition of financial freedom. Not a mansion in Beverly Hills, not a Lamborghini, not $10 million in the bank. Just enough invested capital to cover your basic living expenses, rent or a modest mortgage, groceries, healthcare, utilities, insurance, without trading 8 to 10 hours of your day for survival. If your annual expenses are $40,000 and you have $1 million invested earning around 4% per year, that's $40,000 in income. You're not rich. You're free. You can wake up on a Monday and choose not to answer emails. You can leave a toxic manager. You can take a year off to learn something new. You can say no without fear. That level of independence is powerful. Now think about this. If everyone had that kind of independence, who would tolerate 60-hour work weeks? Who would stay in jobs they hate? Who would accept burnout just to make rent? The system doesn't forbid you from saving. It doesn't block you from investing. It simply nudges you constantly to spend. And that's where the trap begins. 2. First chain. Consumer culture. In America, spending isn't just normal, it's identity. From Super Bowl commercials to Instagram influencers, from Netflix shows to TikTok trends, the message is the same. You are what you own. Upgrade your life. You deserve it. You only live once. The average American household carries around $7,000 to $8,000 in credit card debt. Car loans stretch to 72 or even 84 months. Buy now, pay later. Services make it effortless to consume without feeling the loss immediately. 0 interest for 12 months. No payments until next year. You don't feel the cost up front, but over time, your ability to accumulate capital quietly disappears. 10 years pass. You've upgraded iPhones every 2 years, taken nice vacations, leased newer cars, subscribed to everything. But your investment account? Thin. Or worse, negative net worth. Not because you're irresponsible, because consumption is normalized and aggressive saving is treated as extreme. Try telling someone you live below your means on purpose. People look at you like you're missing out on life. 3. Second chain, lifestyle inflation. Let's say you break through. You get promoted. You switch careers. Your income jumps from $60,000 to $120,000. Statistically, in the U.S., most income increases are absorbed by higher spending. What happens next? Bigger apartment, new car lease, nicer neighborhood, private school, more dining out, higher fixed monthly payments. It's framed as leveling up, rewarding yourself, building your dream life, but every fixed monthly obligation tightens the leash. The 30-year mortgage, the $800 car payment, student loans, childcare costs. You think you own the house. In reality, the bank owns your next 3 decades of decisions. You can't easily quit. You can't pivot careers. You can't take entrepreneurial risks. You become a well-paid employee, but still dependent. 4. A framework many Americans recognize. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki describes 4 groups: employees, self-employed, business owners, investors. The first 2 trade time for money. The last 2 use systems and capital to generate income. Without capital, it's very hard to move up. And the only way to build capital, margin. The gap between what you earn and what you spend. If there's no margin, there's no capital. If there's no capital, there's no freedom. 5. The American retirement reality. Here's a sobering fact. Many Americans approach retirement with less than $200,000 saved. According to Federal Reserve data, a significant percentage of households have little to no retirement savings at all. That means millions of people in their 60s and 70s still depend heavily on Social Security, which averages around $1,800 per month. That's not freedom. That's survival. Financial freedom isn't about yachts. It's about not being forced to work at 75. 6. So, what can you actually do? Step 1. Save to buy options, not stuff. This isn't about deprivation, it's about flexibility. Every $1,000 saved is breathing room. Every $10,000 is negotiating power. 6 months of living expenses. That's courage. An emergency fund isn't just financial protection, it's psychological freedom. You speak differently in meetings when you know you could survive without that paycheck. You negotiate differently. You tolerate less nonsense. That changes your trajectory. Step 2. Increase your earning power. In the U.S., one person's hour is worth $15, another's is worth $150, another's is worth $1,500. The difference? Skill, leverage, position in the value chain. Invest in yourself. Learn software development. Understand AI tools. Master digital marketing. Study data analytics. Build high-level sales skills. Move closer to revenue generation. In cities like Austin, Seattle, or New York, tech and finance professionals can double or triple income within a decade, not because they work harder, but because they build valuable, scarce skills. Focus quietly for 3 to 5 years. No flexing online. No comparison. Just compounding competence. Step 3. Compress time. If you increase income from $60,000 to $180,000, but keep lifestyle expenses near $70,000, you create massive surplus. Invest aggressively. Low-cost index funds tracking the S&P 500, tax-advantaged retirement accounts like a 401k, Roth, IRA, health savings accounts. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned around 8 to 10% annually over long periods before inflation. Instead of working 40 years to build capital, maybe it becomes 10 to 15 years of focused execution. That changes everything. Step 4. Create optionality. When your investments reach a meaningful level, maybe $500,000, maybe $1 million, maybe just enough to cover baseline expenses, you gain choices. Keep working because you enjoy it. Go part-time. Start a small business. Consult. Take a sabbatical. You're no longer trapped. You're participating by choice. 7. The final reality: capitalism isn't evil. It's incentive-based. The American system rewards capital, leverage, value creation. It does not automatically reward effort alone. Working 60 hours a week without ownership rarely builds wealth. Ownership does. The question isn't whether the system is fair. The question is, do you want to spend your entire life inside the machine or learn how to use it? Start small. Start boring. Start with saving. Not to get rich overnight, not to impress anyone, not for Instagram, but to buy back control of your time. Because once you control your time, your decisions change. And when your decisions change, your life follows.